market longer than earlier this year, but it's not anything to worry about. Three things we need to talk about today on top of houses staying on the market longer. Homes for Salary needed to buy a home in San Jose, as well as the rest of the United States. San Jose sewer grant, something we have to talk about. That's becoming an issue. Median sales prices of houses sold for, well, we'll go into that as well. Let's get going. First thing up on the docket is our real estate WTF of the week. Thank you again, Brian Liu, for bringing this beauty to us. Look at that thing. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, I don't, speechless. All right, Home Buyers Workshop. If you haven't done so already, there's one coming up. Register for it. There's a link down below. We'll talk about the state of the market here pretty quick. Oh yeah, homes under $1 million. We'll talk about that here in a minute too. The salary you need to buy a house. Where is that? There it is. I sent this out yesterday. I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought we would talk about it. Look, you don't have to make $100,000 to own a house, but you do in San Jose. San Jose, you need $373,000 a year in income to be able to afford that house. What did I do? Oh, it's right here. So we're obviously the most expensive. We'll also go into the cost of your monthly payment as well. Look, in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, you can buy a house if you make $62,000 a year. All right, least affordable, most affordable cities to own a home. San Jose is the least affordable. We have two houses coming up in San Jose. One will be listed at 1.3 and the other one will be listed around 750, 800, depending on the market at the time. Both are in original condition and will need a little bit of work, but for the area, the comps come in right below, right above where we're going to place it for sale, because we're not going to mess around and wait for the buyers to decide that they're going to sell or buy. And I'll show you that in a minute. I have some really good information here. Your monthly payment will be $8,700 at 7%. That's not including the 8% that we're seeing right now. It's crazy right now. We're going to see the market stall, which was expected, right? So what's going to happen? There's going to be concessions. There's going to be rate buy down. There's going to be credit towards closing costs. There's going to be lower costs. We're going to see our numbers go down below 100% list price to sales price ratio, which we'll get into in a few minutes. So stick with it. Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing, right? San Jose is the most affordable city in Santa Clara County, sans a couple cities. Everything west of San Jose, Cupertino, Los Gatos, Saratoga, Campbell, Sunnyvale, I think this all comes into that same average, but when you go to the west of San Jose, you're paying more because the high-tech jobs are in Palo Alto, Mountain View, Santa Clara, Sunnyvale, in that area. By the way, I'm trying to get my contacts in and it's kicking my butt all over the place. So if you want to learn more, now look, it doesn't mean that you can't buy a house, right? There's plenty of houses out here that are available for sale under $1 million. Look, the criteria is all these 10 counties that I track under $1 million. There's one right here. It's not super bad. Now, remember my tactic is you wait for houses to stay on market for 30 plus days. This one's been on market for 93 days. I track 90 plus days as well. This house is close to Santa Clara, right? We'll look at this real quick. Santa Clara is right here. It's right here in the Burbank area, and it's going to be right near the Googleplex that's being put in. So it's actually quite a good buy if you're okay buying a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 984 square foot, 84-year-old house for $950,000. It's not to say you can't buy a house under $1 million, guys. There's all over. This is the Bay Area, right? This is the 10 counties of the Bay Area. There's plenty of houses out here for you to look at. And yeah, you might have to drive a little bit, but at least you don't have to make all that kind of money. Sewer grants. Morgan Hill, a couple years ago, created or passed a law saying that every house that transfers, you need to have a sewer lateral inspection done, which a sewer lateral is simply the pipe that goes from your house to the main public sewer. You're responsible for it. And in San Jose, you're responsible for it. And if there's anything that happens where you might need help with that, fixing it, you can get a grant of up to $3,500 for that. Now, what happens if, let's say your sewer starts backing up, God forbid, knock on wood, right? San Jose requires you to fix it, even if it's right at the street. Even if it disconnects right here, it's your responsibility. This is your responsibility. You can call your water company and ask for the insurance. It's $25 extra a month, but it's better than spending $75,000 to $10,000 for this. Now, will $3,500 cover this if it happens? No, but they're there to help out, right? They're saying, yeah, we understand. It's still your responsibility, but we're going to help out. If you want more information about it, the link is down below. Call them. There's phone numbers down here somewhere. You can talk to Ben Nguyen at San Jose and call them and ask questions about that. So please be sure you're aware of that. If you have any questions about the insurance program, call your water company. I'm happy to walk you through the process, and I have a video in my channel somewhere about that. Just look at sewer lateral. All right. I saw this yesterday. I thought it was quite eye-opening. Now, this goes back all the way to 1963, and it's something to be aware of because everybody's talking about this oncoming recession. And our pricing right now is super, super duper expensive, right? This is cost of a house, median price of the house based on your income, our income, right? So at 6.8, it's very unaffordable. It's the highest it's been since 1963. But one thing I want to point out is these gray lines are all recessions, right? This is the 2008 recession. This is our little COVID recession. This is the dot-com recession. This is the SNL scandal. It's the inflation. So what happens, look, right before the recession happens, prices start to dip on the most, right? They continue to dip. They continue to dip. They continue to dip. Makes it more affordable. So that's another reason why we're saying that prices or housing is going to stall. We want you to hold off unless you absolutely have to buy a house. But also, don't be the soccer player, the Little League soccer player. Remember, we talked about it yesterday. If you're, this is the soccer field right here, right? And the ball goes over here, you're supposed to play position and right? But what happens is, just like in Little League soccer, if a house goes for sale here, everybody comes over here and rushes and tries to buy it. It's brand new on the market. The tempo is 1 to 7 days. If you don't sell it after 7 days, then there's something wrong with it. Condition, price, location, right? What we're looking at are these homes right here that have been on market for a long time. 30, 90 plus days. Look, almost 2 years on this guy right here. Would I buy a house for $199,000? No. It's in Sonoma. It's a wreck. It looks like a shed. I have no idea what they're doing with this. So it's probably just a shed. I have no idea. I think the idea is to buy it and then tear it down and use that property. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Huh. 1 bedroom, 2 bath, 900. Huh. Wonder what the storage fees are on that. Anyway, you can buy a house under $1 million, guys. This is the perfect search for you if you think about it, right? It's over 90 days. It's not Santa Clara, so don't even look at that. I have to save it as the 10 counties. But you can buy houses that have been on market over 90 days and they're not bad, right? You don't have to play the game. Now, do you have to drive a little bit? You probably have to drive a little bit. But at the end of the day, if you're working over here, there's houses over here that you can buy. You can live up in the hills. You can live right here. Let's take a look at this guy right here. Oh, this one has an easement from the county. That's why it's on market for a really long time. And this guy's trying to pass it off on the square footage, but the square footage, not including this lease, SF Public Utilities Commission owns the front lot, part of the lot. So that's why that one's not selling. So you have to be kind of picky. They're not going to be perfect houses, but if you're struggling to buy a house in Santa Clara County, maybe look outside and look for houses that have been on market for, I don't know, 90 days and under $1 million. All right. So there you go. Let's take a look at the numbers real quick. Right now we have 602, which has steeped up over the last couple of months. If you look, we were over the summer, we're 100, 150, 160. But last year we were at 300, 400, right? Now we're at 600. So I think what we saw was the first wave of a tidal wave coming. 237 houses over 90 days. That's multiple counties. Yeah, look, you can see that's the highest it's been since we started tracking. 57 bank-owned properties. This is new criteria. I reset it. I think I deleted it, so I couldn't find it. And we have 208 all throughout California. Now, should you buy a bank-owned property? That's a topic for another day. 291 homes. 291 homes. Where was that? I had this. There it is. This is Santa Clara County, right? So understand that the numbers that I'm telling you right now, it's just for San Jose, 291. But right now we have a very low inventory. So based on the number of sales, right? We're almost even. When we have actives overflowing, like we did here, prices will come down, just like we saw here, right? This is what happened right here. Prices came down and they came back up because San Jose, Santa Clara County, Silicon Valley, the Bay Area, people want to move here, so that will take time. So if you're thinking about buying a house, talk to a lender. If you don't have a lender, let me know. I have 3 great ones. They're ready to talk to you. Let's go back to Wednesday here. 60 houses closed last week. Again, that's pretty normal. We have how many pendings? We have 60 pendings this week. Nothing really crazy to look at right now. Last year we had an average of 108. This year we're at 102. We're seeing the market stay healthy right now. We're still seeing houses sell. 65 to 70% of the houses are selling over list price. If you want to look at that right now, you can see that, right? These numbers right here, this is from the last week. That's pretty much what we're seeing. And I think the number came in at 65% over list price this last week. So over the last year, it's 60%. So that's 2 out of every 3 houses that are selling sell for over list price. And that could be anywhere from 0.001% over all the way up to, I think the highest was 123% this last week. 60 pendings, We have 65 decrease in price, list price. We have 25 back on market. That's cumulative as well. And the last 7 days, we had 14 houses. Now, this is telling you right now, our market's still very healthy, right? There's nothing going wrong, nothing bad, nothing horrible yet, but we are seeing a slowdown in the market, which tends to be because we're at 8% for interest rate. If you see a house that's been on market for a few months, we can go in and negotiate for you and get you a better deal, better price. We can ask for concessions, repairs, upgrades, new carpet, and we can ask for points towards lowering that 8% down to 5, I don't know, whatever your credit is, right? So there you go. Today we talked about the market slowing, sewer lateral grant, the median price, and how much money you need to buy in San Jose if you're going to buy an average house. I'm Vito with Abitano. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you out there.